All right, hi everyone. It has been way too long. Oh my gosh, far too long. I think the last stream I did was literally at the castle, wrapping up with the, what was it? The Barovian Ball, I think was the last one. But I see you in the chat. It is so great to see your names again. I'm not kidding. I truly missed being able to do our Wednesdays together and just sitting and chatting and talking and yay! So today is definitely a day of lots of things to share with you. First up, we had our patron vote for the mini of the month, which is going to be painted today. And it is this, I'm sorry, he's adorable. There's no way around it. He is adorable. This adorable little wizard. Now he came as part of the Reaper Bones 4 Kickstarter that we got. And there was a whole series of them, which you probably see in the thumbnail. And hello, Eleftheria, nice to see you. And so I'm going to be painting him today while we chat about wonderful things. Give me just a second. I need water today like crazy. I'll explain why. Good morning, Nicholas. We have, ironically, it's a painting day. We have our living room getting repainted, and our living room is ridiculously vaulted ceiling. I think it gets up to 20 feet in some spots, if not 30. So, yeah, 30. So it's one of those things where they've had the spackle out, and the spackle, I swear, is desiccating the house. I have been so dehydrated today. I have drunk 3 of these already, and I'm still parched. So if I'm stopping to drink water a lot today, that's why. And then we have some lovely people. I see Jan, I see Scott, I see Ravenwolf, I see Britt. Britt, hope you're feeling better soon, sweetie. So yeah, there's that going on for me. So if you hear these weird, odd clunkings and bumpings, those are, first of all, the boys, because, you know, summer, school's out. Or it might be the painters coming back in because they have to let the spackle set, go to do another job, and they come back over here. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Britt. It's a shower curtain. I'm not kidding. It's so easy. And then I have all my crafting paints hidden away because I have this huge organizer behind me, behind my lovely little galaxy shower curtain. It's so on brand, I had to get it. So that's happening. I don't know if any of you noticed, and it actually just got announced officially. I've been hinting to it, but I have this new project that has started up. It is going to go live July 21st, Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am working with Cobalt Press, and I'm going to be DMing a game called The Last Heir. It's a campaign I'm pulling together using the Margrave setting, and oh my god, I am so excited for it. And I have some fantastic players. Let me show you. These are my players. I am thrilled and delighted and just gobsmacked with these people. I have Amaret, also known as Torn Pixie. You have Joey, Gnome Dick, and then you have Mike Kritz, Michael, he's wonderful. Jim from Web DM, and then you have Stonefly Kai, lovely, and finally Jesse, who I was thrilled he could join us because of the fact that he actually played a Knoll in my BB's place over at PAX East when I ran that game for a bunch of friends, and he did a great job with it. So the cast all together, they're wonderful people. I love seeing how they play in other games, so I was able to pick and choose these lovely, wonderful people. And I can't wait to have this brought to you. So Cobalt Press has a new Twitch channel. Make sure you get over there and check it out. Again, my game will start on the 21st of July, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So yes, that is going to be so much fun. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Yes, I'm glad to be back. It's wonderful to be back. And let's see, the color of the room is actually, it's like, I actually could do this, couldn't I? Hold on. It is... All right, say I took these 2 colors and blended them together. It's not quite a peach. It's not quite an ivory. I will share pictures on Twitter when I'm done because I'm very excited to see how it comes out. It's not a huge change because the room itself it's a big room. So wait a minute. Scrat, what are you doing here? You never come to YouTube. Hi, Scrat. Everyone, it's Scrat in the chat. I'm sorry, it rhymed. So let's get started with this dude. I love him. He's adorable. I want to smush him. That's the bad thing. I want to smush my mini. So I'm going to do what I always do. And this is actually a technique that I shared with people at the castle. And I was quite happy to share it with them. They got a kick out of my shadow layer. So I've already got him primed up. I've used Vallejo Black Primer. I have found that with these particular... Let's talk about these minis from Reaper. I have found with these particular minis, some of them, even after doing the Dawn Bath and such, they do get hydroponic. So you might find that your paint is beating up a little bit. And I found the one primer that does not do it is the Vallejo Black. So if you have gotten this and you might find yourself having some issues with it, strip it down and try again with the Vallejo black primer. That at least has worked for me. Hello, Waster War Boss. How are you today? So that is what I'm going to start with first on him. I did give him his wash. I painted him up this morning. He is nice and dry now. Like I said, the house is a desiccation right now. So I'm going to take just a simple flathead brush here. Oh, paper towel. Get yourself a paper towel. Which everyone laughs because they're over my head. It's on a bar. It makes sense to me. And I did get a picture of my layout for those who want to see how this looks. I'll show you in a little bit. So I'm going to take this brush. I'm dipping it in Stonewall Gray, also from the Vallejo game line. And basically what you want to do, for those who are new and haven't seen this, you take your brush, dip it onto the paper towel until it pretty much is not sopping wet with paint. I'm going to go in for my wrist test here, which I like to test on my wrist first. And that's giving me the kind of coverage I want. But you know what? I'm actually going to put a little bit more back on. That's why I like to play around a little bit. Oh, you can't see it because I'm so damn pale, as is the Stonewall Gray. It's right through there, but I'm seeing the creases and the details in my wrist. That's how I know I have the right amount. I am doing very well. I'm finally not jet lagged. Oh my God, that was so rough last week. That's actually why he didn't get painted last week. So I'm going to take the brush. I'm going to glide this across the top to start bringing out the textures. First of all, my hands were exhausted because I painted 7 dragons in 4 days. The WizKids Young Blue Dragon, that guy got painted a few times over for me. And by the time I got home, I was groggy. I was cranky. I don't jet lag well. I really don't. Discovery. So I was just not in the best of moods. I didn't feel my normal self, and I didn't want to plod through my first stream back when there's so much to share with you. And, you know, plus my hand was aching. It was one of those things where I kept dipping it into warm water just to kind of get the aches out, and it definitely helped. So yeah, I postponed him so that he could get his rightful oohs and ahs and right temperament from the muse because, oh my God, it was so bad. Well, yeah, Scrat, I know we essentially stayed, but you have to remember, at the castle, I was staying up until 4 or 5 o'clock some nights. Hey! How are you? Hello, RPG Unlimited. Hi. So happy you stopped by. All right, so I'm going to keep going with him and just dancing this brush across. And look here, like here, I didn't even realize he had a cute little pouch. Focus, there we go. Right there, there's this cute little pouch in here. So this is why I like to do this. It just gets those extra details out. Now, I will say another thing. It's doing it right now. You're going to find with the plastic that was used for this particular Kickstarter, it does sort of wobble a little bit for the narrow bits. So his staff right now, it's mobile. Be careful with this. It helps to put a finger up behind the more fragile pieces just to act as a bit of scaffolding and help bring out the details without knocking it all over the place, which I'm doing right now. I am also going to make a point of painting this last, because if I were to go in and paint this along with everything else, its mobility makes it more likely to flake off paint or to get in the way. So I'm just going to save it until the bitter end type of thing. Let me just get some on the top. I did miss some of the top with the black. Oops, it's going to work for me because it was a higher point, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, you guys are chatty. Is there a place to post my crafting photos so you can see? Waster War Boss, if you are on Twitter, you can tweet at me. I am more than happy for that. If you have an Instagram account, that's a new one. If you have an Instagram account, you can tag me. That would work. I also have a Facebook group you can join if you're a Facebook user. Thank you, Kilmore, very much. And I have Discord. I think the link is below in the description of this live stream. So check down in the bottom. If it's not, I will make sure my Discord link. Wait, Jan. Can you put the Discord link in there for me, my darling? Because that would be super helpful. He's such a blessing. Jan is extremely active in my Discord server. He's also a big contributor to things, so he's good about getting those links in there for me. He also has the power, so behave yourself. The dragon head is super cute. Which dragon head? Oh, on the staff, yes. This whole thing is cute. He's just darn adorable. Like I said when I started, I want to squeeze him. I want to squish him. He's so cute. So I'm putting a little bit more on the parchment itself just because I know this is going to be lifted up to more of antique white. So I don't need it to be as dark of color, which is why I'm going a little bit more of an overbrush as opposed to a dry brush. But I'm going to keep going with him all around. There are some nooks and crannies that I'll need to get. I'm just going to dance this across the hat, under the brim. And if you find you're going back over areas, that's okay. I do the same thing. Sometimes you find you want to put a little bit more of the paint on after you've gone around with it. But for me, this has become my go-to approach with most of my minis, just because it really helps me see the details so much better. Oh, and I'm going to have fun with his eyes. What color should he's going to be a redhead. That's been determined. He's a redhead. He's going to have some nice bright green and turquoise colors. I just thought it'd be cute. Make him a cranky little redhead. Hey, I'm married to one, all right? This was the Reaper Bones 4 Kickstarter, and it was a whole group of them. Oh, pardon. Ooh. Hello. This might be my painter. Hello. No, you're not my painter. That's the problem. My painter is going to be calling me, letting me know when he's coming back. Well, you know what my ringtone is now. All right, with the hat, I'm pulling from the tip of the hat down, just so that those folds can come out and you can see the lovely little band around the brim. Redbeard. Oh, Roger. Let's name him Roger. Roger the Red-Bearded Wizard. Please? Why am I asking? I'm naming him Roger. Damn it. So yes, we have normalcy coming back into the house, sort of. The painting is interesting. Let's see, Britt says, I feel if I don't have the time to paint something full, I could just do this. You absolutely can. I have done this to one of the minis in a previous live stream where it basically looks like a black and white sketch with a pencil. And I do like doing that technique. In fact, it'd be fun to do sort of a film noir, not that I've been planning, game and just paint all the minis to look like they're pencil sketches. I think that would be ridiculously cool. I'm just going to go back over the staff a little bit more. Like I said, you will find you go back around again just because sometimes the paint was a little bit less loaded on the brush and now you can go back in and really hit the higher points. Oh, let's get that adorable. Look at his wee little hand. I want to paint them all. That's what I was thinking. It's like a Monty Python-esque name. Roger Redbeard. Yes, let's add a D, Kilmore. I like that. Roger. Roger. Why? I already have his voice going. Although I think he's kind of a cranky little fellow. Quite, you know, frowning and scowling and huffing and puffing. I think that's Roger's personality. Okay, so Roger with a D. I love it. Here we go. He is pretty much prepped and set. I'm actually thinking they have these big eyes. They have these big eyes where I think I'm going to save that for last. No, I know I'm going to save that for last. I'm going to do the eyes last. So what I'm going to do now is, where do I want to start with you, Roger? He has so many fun little, I think what I'll do is I'm going to start through here and then work my way out. Now I know he has, hold on. Go back in here. He's got the belt going on, which that's just going to be a quick and easy. Yeah, Waster, we'll get the Discord link going. Not to worry. If it doesn't pop up for some reason, I'll have it on here after the stream is done. I always make a point to go back and add any links that are relevant to what we discuss in the streams. So now I'm just getting a chance to really... Okay, so we have... Oh, he's got a curl to his toe. Oh, look at that. His wee little shoe. Oh, I love it. I don't like using airbrushes. I use it for priming and that's about it. So no, I wouldn't. Hello, last laugh. Long time no see. Oh, he's got a curl in his little shoe. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I love him. All right, so we have a couple bags here. We have an undercoat, belt, shoe. I don't know what's going on under here. Looks like more belt. and the cape. All right, well, this is just loveliness. I'm going to start first, I believe, with his undergarment, his robe. And I'm going to be using, I need to shake this up. I'm not shaking this close to the microphone for reasons. Isn't he adorable? This is where Kelly needs to be here, and if she says I'm going to eat him, I would agree. That's okay, I mean, the chat, seriously, just go for it once you get in Discord. Share. All right, so I'm going to be using Goblin Green for his inside robe, like his inside voice. And I will be, where'd I put it? I will be thinning this a little bit. Remember, I like it to be almost the consistency of sort of a heavy cream milk type of thing. Just to get this to the consistency I want, because I don't want this to be full opacity. I want this to be kind of a glaze in that mode. And also with the Zenith highlight technique, I'm weird about the how some of it looks. This is something I've fallen into. It works for my eye and it fits sort of my style. I've discovered that I definitely have sort of a watercolor-esque look to how I finish off my minis. So I like it. And that's kind of where I want to sit right now. And I'm sure, give me 2-3 months even, it might shift a little bit. But for now, I'm kind of, this is my happy spot with painting, for sure. Okay, so let's start first with the sleeve. Am I in frame? I am in frame. So here goes Goblin Green on here. And as this dries, you'll see the shadows poking through and the highlights keeping the Goblin Green a little bit lighter where those land. But yeah, the castle. Hello, Sean. The castle was, it was surreal. I woke up every morning and my little room was near the castle. It was sort of like, I guess kind of like where the servants' quarters would be outside the castle is the best way to describe it. Hello, Jose. And every morning I'd wake up and I'd get to look out to the castle itself. I had a view of one of the towers and it was epically gorgeous. And there were these beautiful window boxes full of flowers. It was idyllic. As simple as that, it was idyllic. So I'd get up in the morning, I'd buzz over to, we called it the office. They had a room set up for us, the DMs and the staff of D&D in a Castle. And so I'd get up and I'd head over there, drop off things like my laptop, or like I said, I was painting dragons, or things I'd need for painting dragons. Hi, Megamoo. I'm doing okay. I'm chit-chatting about the castle. Actually, I did. I mean, honestly, I missed the UK. I missed living in London and everything like that. So it was great to be back and just sort of experiencing those lovely little nuances of going through 2 different seasons in one day and everything like that. So I'd get up to the office, I'd drop off my things, hop back downstairs and grab breakfast because I was an evening DM. I didn't have to jump into the games until much later on. Oh God, moving up to Scotland or Ireland? Do it. I'll totally enable that one. So I had the luxury of not having to be up super early in the morning, but I was also up really, really late at night because I'm the type of person where after I've run a game, I am jacked up. Like I'm just buzzing with energy. So for me, it takes a long time to come down from that. So I'd be up in my room, basically just planning for the next day and going from there. And so basically my days were spent helping out the staff because we had that whole hullabaloo of, get this, the castle being seized. Initially, we were supposed to go to one castle. We got an email the day before I was flying out that the castle we were supposed to go to had a guard in front of it because the government had seized the castle. I'm not kidding. So we luckily were able to move to a different castle. D&D in a Castle was able to work with Lumley Castle in the Newcastle area. Gorgeous, by the way. And we got things set up. So really when we got there, it was a lot of working things and making sure that everything was running as smoothly as possible because it was literally like 2 days of trying to get it all reestablished and fixed. So that was interesting. There was a lot of behind the scenes stuff I was helping out with, but I was happy to. Again, because for the players who were there, we wanted to make sure the experience was, you know, up to par of what they'd hoped for. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how it came out. I'm thrilled, honestly. And met some wonderful, wonderful people there. And I've already turned in my form to go back for next year. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long I'm there too. But it was wonderful. It was truly enjoyable and magical and surreal and storybook, and I could wax poetic on this for ages in terms of the tone of it all. And it was just it's one of those things where if you are thinking about it, I'm not going to force your hand, but if you do that, it's a wonderful experience. And Wastewater Boss, I have this. That's why that's always in frame. That helps me know where my knuckle needs to be. It's just talking right now and keeping that in mind, not exactly merging. There were 18 people altogether, 3 tables for the game that was run by the Nerdarchy guys. So it was 6 players at a table. I think I had 7 the second night just because of the night DMs. It was a different setup. Lisa and I each had our own little one-shots going. So this is going to be an awkward angle so I can get in here. So we kind of did our own one-shots, and it varied as to how many people would actually show up. Hello, Daniel. Thank you. Hello from Belgium. Eee, cool. I mean, see what happens with it. This is their second year doing it, Sean. So we'll see how it grows. Like I said, they are planning for next year. It's already in the works. I think registration is going to be open soon-ish. I can find out, and I'll social media that information once I know it's officially going. But it was great. I can't speak highly enough about how hard people worked behind the scenes and how sweet it was to meet people who were just as enthusiastic and excited about playing D&D all day, all night. I'm not even kidding. It was wonderful. Hello, Jolene. Thank you. Gotta get the Mace crowd to go to the castle next year. Oh my God, could you imagine? That'd be a riot. I don't think they know what hit them. So, overall, an enthusiastic 2 thumbs up. And plus, it was just cool to be in a castle. Like, the way you had to get to certain things, like there was a courtyard and you'd wander through and there were stairs. Oh my God, the stairs. The stairs. It was once in a lifetime experience. If you're looking to do sort of a bucket list thing, definitely add it to your bucket list. Or if you want to do a really unique vacation, do it. Do it. Do it now. Oh, Doors of Genera. Oh, God. Sean, Sean, you need to catch up. That episode on Monday, the game that I'm in on Scraticus Academy, which I don't know if he's still in the chat. He tends to float around. Alice had us... Oh, God, she's a freaking genius. I know at the end I said, Alice, I love you, but damn you, or something along those lines, because she just... Literally, my heart was like, ga-dunk, 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 with the suspense. It's a beautiful, wonderful game. I am blessed to be a part of it. The players and the GM, I adore them all for their talents and their personalities and what they're doing, both in and out of game. It's just, it's a magical setup, without question. Okay, he's got a little bit that's poking through between the beard here, so I'm going to just carefully stab at it. And yes, I know Little Green's going to get onto the belt, but that got me where I needed. But yeah, Dunera is pretty special. That's something I'm so glad is going to be a longer out there type of thing. Oh, I saw that tweet, Britt. Oh my gosh. Actually, I messaged Alice about it. I'm like, what happened? Why is Britt crying? They're fantastic. Yes, I agree, Sean. Both she and Adam are wonderful. Dunera and Eden. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm telling you. If you haven't found Scraticus Academy, please get over to Twitch. They are here on YouTube as well, but that's for video on demand stuff. Get to Twitch, type in Scraticus Academy, follow. If not subscribe, follow at the very least. You won't be disappointed. I'm on there a lot as a player too, and I pop up every so often as a DM for BB's Place. All right, cloak time. Look at, he's got a little hood. Oh my God, I love this mini. Blister. Oh God. Blister. She's I'm gonna tease Alice after this. So you stabbed her intern? Good. What are you doing? I'm going to paint this up, and this one I wanted to have some fun with color, as I said before. So I'm going to be using, and I haven't broken into this one yet. going to be using Turquoise for this. Oh my goodness. There he is. Long time no see. Ooh, hold on. I have to shake this a lot more. All right, so I'm going to talk and shake at the same time. That'll be fun. So yeah, with the castle, it was 6 players to a table, and Nerdarchy did something unique. They had a coordinated campaign. So basically it was, you'd level up every session 3 levels. So by the time they were done, the players were at level 16. It was intense. It was like da-dun, 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 like just getting people through it. And then they actually brought everyone together for the very last round. So it was at that point 17 players, I think. Yeah, 17 players. They were all playing the same, beat the bad guy, working together. Yeah, unreal. Totally unreal. It was a really clever idea of how they did that. I just basically stuck to doing a few rounds of BB's Place, simply because it's a really good pickup game. And I knew that the guys were doing something a little bit more intensive, and I wanted to have something that was more of a kickback, release, and be goofy. And the Wednesday night game, boy, did they take that to heart. That was a riot. Oh, yes. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Waste to War Boss. Scraticus Academy prides itself on being open to new players, and I cannot give enough recommendations for sending people that direction if they're curious about getting into playing. Message him. That's an order from your muse. That's your inspiration for the day, okay? Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy BB's Place. I love running BB's. BB's like lives up in my head, and all these wonderful things start happening. And for the one game, we had this guy who played a very quiet ranger, which is totally fine. Oh, I do want to thin this out a little bit, which was totally fine. And they're working their way to the dance floor, the party. Not a party at the dance floor. That's a different story. So the party is working their way to the dance floor because they have their eyes on my ragtime bard, Eduardo. They were going to go talk to him to try and get some information. And somehow the ranger, they bumped into an NPC who was on the dance floor, and they just somehow got into this whole thing of like, we're going to do a dance off. So there was 4 of them in the dance off along with the NPC. One of the PCs was named Vomit, so we had vomit all over the dance floor. Vomit making way. The puns were endless. We got so giggly over it, and they got into it to the point where, and if any of you are in the chat, pipe up. We got to the point where one of the players, or a few of the players actually, not just one, the players were actually getting up and describing how their PC was moving and naming the dance moves. It was awesome. In fact, when we hit 11:30, because that was my technical cutoff time, we had just finished the dance off. I said, do you guys just want to leave it at this? I'm good with it here. If you want to just play it out that you had a great time, had your drink, so on and so forth. Like, no, let's keep going. And I'm thinking, you're the ones who have to be up and playing by 9 a.m. Okay. So we kept playing, and they encountered the Lafleur sisters, which was a lot of fun. And Vomit fell to the charm of the Lafleur. Yes, Vomit the Goblin. That was his name, Vomit. Oh, God, I had so much fun with that. I had things like, people calling up Evie, asking her if, clean up on aisle 9 type stuff was needed. And we were just coming up with all, like, the most horribly bad, silly puns based around the name. And it was actually played by Ted from Nerdarchy. He played Vomit. It was fantastic. So it's things like that. They're just these amazing, wonderful, special memories that I'm going to cherish. I'm going to get teary-eyed over it, but it was wonderful. If you're on the fence, I'm going to push you over. Register and go. And then you can play with me. Or paint with me. One of the two. Or have dinner with me at a Barovian ball. Oh, God. Quidian, you came in at the wrong time. It was a PC named Vomit, a goblin, and there was a dance-off on the dance floor at BB's. That's what you just walked into in that one. All right, so I'm using this turquoise blue on his cape as I chit-chatter away. And I actually went with brighter colors on him just because of the anime-esque look of these. I figured it more appropriate rather than making him all doom and gloom and dark colors. Let me just tilt slightly because I'm hunching over today. That's better. What was it? Oh, yeah, so the games were just, it was really Willow. Willow was great too. Willow was another PC the night before who climbed up the chimney. And then someone shoved a couch up the chimney afterwards. That was interesting. Lucky for Willow, Willow is small and the couch couldn't fill up a full 10-foot inside chimney. Dance off is better than burning the thing down. Very true. Yeah, that worked out well. And I love how the players all connect with different NPCs. One player created this half-orc named Dale. Dale is a paladin. And Dale gravitated right towards... And I had a feeling this was going to happen when he was talking about his character. He basically just drifted right towards Sebastian, my bouncer. He's a half-orc. He's a tough guy, but he's trying to learn to be a gentleman. And, you know, he was looking for, you know, someone to help him out type of second-in-commands. And so Dale had a nice southern accent, and then you had Sebastian speaking. And I'm just sitting there mentally screaming like, yes, this is fantastic, because he just kept going and going and going and going and got into it so well. And I was just like, bless your heart, you get BB's place. And that's the fun of it. People, once they realize like, oh, this is different. This is fun. This is silliness. This is, I can look at different parts of my character as opposed to go kill the bad guy all the time. So I was happy to bring that to everyone and have them experience that. I am going to call that on the cloak. How are we on time? We're at the half-hour mark. Outing the vampire. Oh, that was another rendition. Someone went up to who they felt was a vampire and basically sat down and be like, you're a vampire. So I had fun playing Vermeer, and he was just pissed. He's like, get the hell away from me. Don't want it, don't need it, go away. No, bye. That was fun. That was, oh God, I love BB's place. I love the way everyone just adds to it. That's the cool thing. Hello, Crafters Forge. How are you doing? Okay, so Turquoise is pretty much done. Oh, wait. She spoke too soon. This is why I like the camera, because sometimes the camera will show you a little angle you didn't quite hit. Right by the bags. All right, there we go. Turquoise is done. Ah, he's a sweetie. That puppet, though. Wait, the puppet? What puppet? I'm blanking on the puppet, RPG. Remind me. Where do I post the file? The big file? You have to do individual posts. You can't put a whole big file up unless you have a link to the file and can do it as a shared thing on Dropbox or Google Drive. Waste a war boss. All right, I'm going to go now to his hat. Yeah, I definitely do the hat. So the hat is going to be... Here we go. See, this is where the names are funny. Foul Green. Again. The puppy. Oh, the puppy! That puppa. Beauregard. I love the pupper. Autocorrect is bad, okay. Well, oh, I'm gonna have to get a drink. Hey, I'm like, I don't remember a puppet. Puppy, I do. Definitely remember the puppy. Beauregard. Stay hydrated. Unless your house is being spackled to the umpteenth degree, and then your own body is just turning into a mummy. Okay, so foul green. Same thing. I need to thin this out. This is actually, mine almost looks like toothpaste right now. Anytime I go to a new color, at this point, just assume that I am thinning these out, and I'm using my Flow Improver, Airbrush Flow Improver from Vallejo. I like that best for it. That was an interesting thing at the paint class. Someone was asking, pardon me, someone was asking me, can't we just thin this out with the water here? You could thin it out with water if you wanted to. However, a little chemistry thing is that depending on the hardness of the water and the mineral content, you might run into some issues. So if you are going to use water, I recommend you use distilled water. That's your best bet if you want to just try with water. And yes, you can eke with water. Just make sure it's something that has been purified. Server boost is a newer thing. So all right, we're moving to foul green for his his hat's too adorable. So like I said, I'm doing more, well, I mean, like the kid cartoons, the Pokemon, the other shows I like to watch are very much driving me in the color choices for him. So I'm going to go through here with foul green. Also, he is going to be getting a wash with a Nuln Oil. Remember, Nuln Oil drops a shade about 2 usually, depending on how thick you put it on. So I know these colors are going to be slightly muted, which is why I'm gravitating towards the brighter, if not the brightest ones in the bunch. It'll also help kind of give me a direction for the other miniatures in this set who are just stinking cute. But yeah. Baby's Place. Yeah, Scott, definitely do that. Because I have found with some of my older miniatures that I painted when I was first getting into painting miniatures, what's happened is some of them have actually, the colors are shifting a little bit because of the mineral combination. So it's just something to keep in mind. Push comes to shove, if you don't have anything there and you really want to paint, there you go. The new sheer, I love it. Yes. Yes, please. So that's kind of summing up my experience at the castle. I did take videos. I did not get any videos of the game and stuff because I was so into it. And I feel bad about that. But I know that the photographers at the castle, they definitely got some shots of my running Baby's Place. So I'm hoping I can get a hold of those videos from them and potentially share it with you. We shall see. At the very least, send a link out for you to go and check it out for yourself on their page or whatever. So we'll see. But I have a lot of photographs of the castle. I have some videos of walking around the castle. When I have a breather of a moment, I'm hoping just to sort of do sort of a montage compilation to kind of give you a sense of what it looks like while you're there. I thought that might be fun. Oh, and that's the other thing. The castle's going to be in the early fall. It starts in September as opposed to the summer mode. So for those of you who are like, oh, that too. So that's 2020. What year are we in again? Isn't it 2005? Kind of feels that way with the music I've been listening to lately. Someone got me started on Spotify. They shouldn't have. I'm on there listening to all sorts of music from days gone by, but actually it's helping me keep focused. So I have my headphones on and I'm just tittering away on creating my campaign for Kobold Press. I'm excited for it. Margrave is... It is such a neat setting. If you haven't found their newest release, it's Tales of the Old Margrave. Ouch! Do look into it, especially if you like to do campaigns that are sort of like Into the Woods, Spooky Forest, anything could happen, mysterious mists and such, and all of that. I have no idea, Scrat. Whoever could have told me about Spotify and got me going on it. No idea. So... It's, back to Margrave. It's definitely a setting where I'm kind of tapping into the old folklore and fairy tales because reading through the books and, oh my gosh, it's so rich. Kobold Press has done an amazing job with creating additional stuff that you can put into your D&D 5e and Pathfinder campaigns. So just check it all out. How's that for recommendation? All of it. Yeah, Margrave is amazing. I agree, Anthony. And hello, Anthony. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's just... I don't want to talk too much and give too much away because, you know, that would be bad. And, you know, DM's got her secrets to keep. But it's definitely... It's not going to be babies. Nope, not babies. Not at all. But I still am looking forward to seeing how the players... play out their characters and develop them and grow while they're wandering the Margrave Forest. Because, you know, it's totally just a quaint little place to be. Nothing at all happens there, ever. Never, ever, ever. Not at all. He's got a tough little spot that I'm going to have to attack with a different brush. It's right under here. So forewarning, if you're painting him, I'm going to have to switch. I can't wait. Me either. God, me either. And Trello's another thing I've got turned on to. That was from another DM of mine, Mike the Piper on Twitter. He told me about Trello, and oh, if you're a DM and you need a way to help yourself organize better, check out Trello.com, Trello. It's just a really great way to set up boards and get ideas going and all that jazz. That's honestly been my godsend. The forest is completely safe. Anthony is correct. 100% totally safe. Chipper little squirrels and bun buns hopping all over the place. Unicorns come up to say hello. Every animal talks to you in the high-pitched Disney voice. It's perfection. It's just a nice little safe getaway. Right? Absolutely. I love how you're all like in the chat like, Rah. Of course all fairy spaces are safe. Utterly and totally. Oh, I love how you're getting it already. Oh, that's gonna be okay. Let me switch my brush because I really do want to get that area, but I need more narrow. All right, jumping to just this little fine tip, yoink, dealy, that I've had for ages, and I need to fix the tip. Don't yell at me. Oh wait, no, we're not using that. Forget it. This is actually, I gotta take my conditioner. That one got a split tip to it. No, that's my eye one. That's sacred. I am getting so close to having to replace these because of all the minis I painted. But yeah, if you want to see how... Oh, thank you, Waster. If you want to see how all this works out, please join us Sundays over on Kobold's new channel on Twitch, Kobold Press. Literally www.twitch.tv/Kobold Press. Very hard to find. Is the hat attached to the staff? At that point, it gets to a delicate area. I could see that snapping if I manipulated it too much. So that's why I switched to a smaller brush to eke around it and see what I can do. So I'm switching to this brush and then I'll get to that last little bit. I'm loving the colors though. For Roger the Redbeard. Roger Redbeard, not the Roger Redbeard. There she goes, naming her mini again. Check Discord. Nice new crafts. I will check it out. Thank you, Jan. Yeah. Where is it? RPG. Hold on. I gotta reach. Is this gonna show up here? No. This is my darling brush cleaner. You can get it off of Amazon. I even have this linked in my Amazon shop. So if you go to my website, thecraftingmuse.com, go to my Amazon shop and you can purchase this. And you'll be helping me out too, because I get a commission, which is no extra charge to you. But this helps with, you clean your brushes and then what you do, let's be a lady. Then what you're going to do with this is you're going to, once your brush is completely clean, what I do is wet my brush in clean water and just glide it gently over the top of this. I'll show you the inside. Makes more sense. You glide it over the top to get some of this conditioner on it and then just sort of fix the tip and it'll condition your brushes for you. It kind of helps extend the life on them. So this is a baby of mine and it lasts forever. This is still my first one and it's lasted a year and a half at least. So a little of it goes a very long way. So that's my recommendation for taking care of your brushes. Especially if you're not hard on your brushes like me, where you just tear right through them. Sometimes I get one use out of a brush, depending on what I'm painting. Forest Dragon took me almost 4 days. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go and check that out then. Give it a look-see. Give it a look and see. I think my kids are absolutely sick and tired of the fact that I keep lapsing into accents. I'm like, Mom. But I'm trying to get some ideas for NPCs for The Last Dare. We were joking I should do the Jersey girl accent where she's just, you know, the diamond necklace all the way around and carrying around her mug of coffee because, you know, that would totally fit in that setting. Absolutely no question about it. My apologies. I don't think I will. I really don't think I will. I think it's actually going to make me start to giggle if I do that. Okay, yeah, I can get in much better with this brush. Pardon. I did get to break out Tylea. She comes out about once a month. She's my little French accent halfling rogue druid. So she was fun to play again. It's actually been a while since I've played her because of how certain things got set up for Nerdarchy with what they were covering. What I didn't realize is she's based off of foreign exchange student that we hosted when I was younger. And she had this very distinct way of speaking. And her voice has just stayed in my head without question. So Talaya has this voice. And the funny thing is, I guess I was doing it too well because Teddy actually's like, there were a couple times I couldn't understand you. Sorry. So sorry. All right, that is the hat with foul green, which I don't think looks foul green. To me, it's like a cute little candy cane bubblegum type thing. I might have to do a second round of a glaze on the hat. We shall see. I am going to make the band of the hat the same color as the cape, though. I thought that would be fun. Monster voices. Oh, hello! Yay! Glad you made it! What is it? Jandir? How is it pronounced? Oh. This is where she gets worried. Did I say the wrong name? Say my name, say my name. Pepe Le Pew. I love it. I missed you guys. Dagnabbit. It really did. It was so much fun when I was doing the castle streams and a couple of you popped in to say hi and were asking questions and oh, it's so cool. Is it foul like a peacock? No, but it should be, Brit. Good idea. No, it's foul like EU, but peacock would make a lot of sense. I like how you think. All right, so going back in with turquoise, because again, this is a color I haven't used ever. And I wanna, so I'm gonna. And these guys are just too cutesy to not at least give them a fighting chance. With some bright colors and tones on them. Alright, going around and around and around we go. Lost mine doing a demon patron for a player. Oh no! Yeah, there are some voices where I have to make sure it's for an NPC that's not going to persist too long in conversation, because I know my voice is going to give way to croaking, essentially. Sebastian toes the line, because his voice, you know, you drop the voice into your chest and you just start it up, but it does strain the vocal cords a little bit. So after I do Sebastian for a while, I need my cup of tea with honey. There have been a couple others I found where it's like, oh, I need to find a reason for this NPC to walk away, because I can't keep going. But that's the fun of it. And also the other thing is, like, I just do voices naturally. I've always been an odd child who just, you know, not that the voices talked to me, but as a kid, you know, playing with the dolls and everything like that, they all had different voices. It was just my thing. And then growing up and really being into literature and reading and doing, you know, reading as a kid and then becoming a teacher and reading to my students, it's just the voices sort of just became a way to help me each time. And now, ironically, here I am doing voices all the time. All the time. But hey, my youngest can do a killer Australian accent and my oldest is beautifully British. So they get that. Yay. Hooray. Oh boy. We actually haven't played the family game in a long time with my husband's traveling and my traveling. And this summer is another busy one. I am going to be appearing at Keystone Comic-Con in Philadelphia, end of August, the 23rd to the 25th. So I'm going to be on at least a panel. I have to talk about that more and see if it's going to be more than one. So if you're in the Philadelphia area and you're going, keep an eye out for me. I'm going to bring some of the new edition Muse dice with the ones that were left. So you might get a new one. You might get the first edition die. You never know. It's going to be a surprise event. Okay, so that's him with his hat. God, these colors are so darlingly bright. I'm going to paint his beard now. After I take a sip of water. Oh, that was Cantriel. Oh, yes. Oh, Cantriel. Tomorrow night, Dawnbringers, we're back. We're doing a session 0. For season 3. And season 3 is going to revolve around Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So come and join us. Thursday, 8:30 p.m. on Mini Terrain Domain on Twitch. Version 3.5 still here. Yeah, that's what I started on, Waster Warboss. That was what brought me into D&D, that particular version. And then we stayed on it for a little bit, and then we jumped over to 5 year and a half ago. How old is our? Yeah, I think a year and a half ago. It was a lot of fun. Imagine Dark Lord crossed with Old Juice. Oh my, Sean, that is a voice. I love it. I love it. Oh, you guys are sharing fun stuff in the chat. God, I missed you all. I like it, Britt. That's just it. They're so darn cute, and I have been... honestly, like I kind of, this is also why I went with such a light green. I kind of want to add one of the color shifts on top, I'm thinking, to make it look like he has a magical hat. Kind of like sorting hat. We'll see. We'll see. All right, red beard. Red beard. Those are still 2nd edition. Wow, that's cool. Very cool, Nicholas. All right, so for his beard, I'm actually going to start off with dark flesh tone to get the undertones that redheads naturally have, because it's not just straight up red. Trust me, I know these things. Wonder how. So I'm going to start with darker flesh tone. This is another one I haven't used in a while. So, shake, 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 Sonora. Work, 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 Sonora. Work the conga line. I think that's what it says. I'm not entirely 100% sure on the lyrics for that particular song, but you know, hey. But yeah, we'll be doing Salt Marsh, and the Session 0 tomorrow night with the Dawnbringers is going to be, we're kind of taking opportunities for the PCs to sort of have some downtime. So Jake's going to work in some Zenithar's guide stuff as well for things we want to do. As an imitation redhead, I get this. I have not taken the plunge to go red, though I have been quite sorely tempted at times to go redhead. We shall see. I don't know, I kind of like my dark hair, especially when it's like, you know, I use that dark indigo blue dye on it because, you know, I had my first gray hair at 16, so yeah, kind of need to keep dyeing my hair. Miss the 80s. God, I miss the 80s. 80s was fun. At least as a kid, it was a lot of fun. And I know I need to get into watching, okay, don't hate me. I haven't watched Stranger Things. I have reasons. Don't at me. When Stranger Things came out, I was actually still recuperating from my 2nd back surgery, and I had some interesting medication in my system. So I watched like, it was 2 episodes. I watched 2 episodes. I was by myself. My husband had taken the kids on a camping weekend for Scouts type of thing. I was still able to move around. Let's clarify that. I wasn't laid up in bed, couldn't move. My husband left me there. I was mobile. It's just I had to stretch out a lot, and I still wasn't quite working around things. So, the lovely V decided, oh, Stranger Things, this looks cool, let me watch. 2 episodes in, I had to stop because I swear to God, I was like pretty much hallucinating things were happening, even though they weren't because, you know, painkiller medication. So I'm thinking I need to get back into watching Stranger Things and give it another try. Just to see, I don't know. God, that was bad. That was so bad, because what was happening is with the medication, I was in and out sleeping. So I'd get some of the show, but then I'd fall asleep, and then I'd wake up and get some of the show again, and then it was just not good. All right, so here we go with the dark flesh tone as my base color for the red hair. I've thinned this out so that it can get into the little grooves we have going on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over with, what's that tan? Reading the Spanish. So I'm going to go back over with tan to highlight it, essentially, where these higher ridges are. And that way it's going to give us more of what a red head looks like, so that you're not ending up with Bozo the Clown red hair. So yeah. Born in the 80s. Me too. Woo! Secret's out. Once had to stop watching Yellow Submarine. Oh, I wouldn't put that with a fever. That's, yeah. Yeah, that would be a scary combination. I'm with you on that one. Let's not do that, shall we? Get off my lawn. I'm not that old. Though I might shout that to a few critters that go running across. Because, you know. Oh, we must have a coyote that's coming up to our front yard, the house. We're finding these bits of evidence, to put it nicely, of other things that we've had around the area that we aren't seeing anymore, which is unfortunate. While we have a fox, the fox usually isn't as prolific in kills. Let's put it that way. And this is why I joke that I'm a druid. I'm young. Thank you, Game Master's Vault. I'll accept that. My face self thanks you. Stay young at heart, people. It's good for you, okay? End of story. Ooh, another fun angle. Okay, so he still has hair going on through here. All right, this is off screen. I can't reach without getting wonky with getting it close to me. You know I do this sometimes. I have to go off screen so I can get the right angle here. So what I'm doing is I'm basically pulling this in close, and I'm taking the tip of my brush and I'm lightly dabbing on the areas I want this paint to go. So I'm not using stroke motions, I'm using stippling motions. I find that just helps to get into those really eeky tight places without either globbing in the paint or having the paint go where no paint ought to go. Well, paint color that you're using, I should say. Okay, so now I have it so he's filled in a little bit better there. You can see that. Let me check. I'm going to have to do the same on the other side. Oh, let's see here, young in mind. What does the fox say? I'd blow up my microphone. Actually, it's pretty damn unnerving when the fox starts doing their screamy thing in the middle of the night. I'm still stippling on paint, but on the other side now. The first time I ever heard a fox scream or call or whatever you want to call it, I seriously thought I thought a woman was being attacked because of the sound of it. As for the song, nah. I'm proud to say I don't even know Baby Shark. Somehow I've gotten good at dodging those. Hello, Gregory, and there is no number 7. Not happening. I saw your comment earlier. All right, wrap it around to the front. My red beard, my Roger Redbeard. Again, I'm just doing a thin coat here. I'm being a little bit more careful now that I'm getting to where hair and robe meet. When in doubt, just move to stippling. Ooh, that's an angle. That's an angle to reach. Ooh, you guys are going. Oh, that's the other thing. Hub's got me a new screen so I can actually read the chat without like leaning over like this, because I had the chat in a window, but it was so shrunk down. Oh gosh, that was hard. Have ears. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's Fisher screaming into the woods. It's foxes. It's absolutely foxes. Okay, thank you for stopping in, Quinian. Very good to see you. And next week, oh, we're almost at 1. I'm going to take this through the next half hour just because I want to get some parts done before I set them down to dry. So what we'll do is we'll get him base colors on, and next week's going to be fine-tuning him. A colony of owls? That's cool. Nicholas, that's really cool. See, I like the animal stuff. Oh, for heaven's sake, come here. Dude's got beard game. I'm telling you, he's got a nice beard. Hey, Jake, I met your competition. I'll have to tease him about that tomorrow. All right, there we go. Starting to get there. We're getting there. Yeah, they make some pretty unnerving sounds. For sure. And then, when the coy wolves come in... Have you heard about these things, coy wolves? Have you heard about the coy wolf? Coyotes and wolves, apparently, can breed. And what you get is a coy wolf, something like that. The thing is, it's sort of like multi-classing a character and getting the best of both worlds. So they're big like a wolf, but they're fine in urban environments like coyotes. So we have these things that are out in the woods and the ravine and stuff, and it's just like, okay. You can hear them at night, and you're just kind of like, I don't want to sit on the deck anymore. I'm going inside, please. Thank you very much. It's a special sound. It really is. All right, so here he has this little bit of his belt poking out the bottom. Just being careful not to get the red, well, not the red, but the dark flesh onto the belt. Keep it on the beard. Strictly beard room. Oh, I'm so glad I made him a redhead. He's going to be stinking adorable. I don't have a thing for redheads. Not at all. Nope. Nope. Okay, I totally do. When our son was born, the nurses loved the fact he was born with a bright head of hair. Red. They're like, oh, no paternity test needed here. Which, you know, when you hear that, actually, when you hear that out of context, it sounds horrid. But they just got a kick out of the fact that there was this little red-headed baby boy. They got to cuddle and walk around. God, he got spoiled. Well, for reasons. But they got a big kick out of the little red-headed baby. And then all his hair fell out, and now he's a strawberry blonde. Yes, thank you, Olivia. It's a terrifying sound. Oh, it's so bad. So bad. Like, it's just... Are we in Barovia? Let's put it that way. It's a freaking weird sound, people. Oh, Brit, I love it. Yes. A nice red head. All right, I'm getting quiet because I'm trying to be careful now. Oh my god, this mini. I'm telling you, I love it. It's just such sweet details. I'm so used to doing like the hyper-realistic humans or the scary weirdo, not weirdo, wacky, I guess, monsters. This is actually a joy. Look at him. Maybe adopt its health. Oh, actually, you could. I'd do it. Yep, I'd do it. Mental note. Get a sound clip. Get a sound clip. I am sure someone on YouTube has loaded up a coy wolf howl. Alright, I'm gonna hold him upside down to get over here. The funny thing is I keep looking up like maybe adopt direwolf. I'm like, I'm not gonna adopt a direwolf. That's horrible. That's a terrible idea. I love my cats. I don't want anything to happen to them. There we go. One eyebrow. He's got bushy eyebrows. We never see V and the Raven Queen in the same place at the same time. No. No, you don't. I'm not saying that I'm her. I'm not saying that I'm not. Also note that Wonder Woman and I are never in the same room either. That one I always get. Wonder Woman! I wonder why. Especially like the old 70s show, Wonder Woman. Have to adopt the direwolf when I was a baby. Well, this is true. Yes, and I can raise it properly and train it and all that good stuff and make sure we're bonded and lovely things like that. Start from the beginning. Nature versus nurture. Nurture hopefully wins. Okay, Mr. Bushy Eyebrow. You've got some bushy eyebrows above those eyes. Oh my gosh, I tell you what. That's totally Nutty. I love playing Nutty. She's just so freaking cute. Wait, are you my patron? Tell Vax I said hi. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, I love it. You're too much fun. There's just a couple little angles I'm trying to reach here with the mustachio. Linda Carter was my first crush. Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. See, I don't get that I look like her. I get Jennifer Connelly a lot. Like to the point where it's... Someone actually stopped... Someone stopped me at... What was it? PAX East. Someone stopped me at PAX East and like did a double take. I'm like, not her. Definitely not her. Nope. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not Jennifer Connelly. Aw. First crushes. True story. Star Trek. Don't laugh. Wesley Crusher. That was like my first TV crush, Wesley. I know. Then I grew up a little bit. Then it wasn't so much Wesley anymore in Star Trek. Okay, I think we have the beard and the hair. Yeah, I'm liking this. Let us... What do I want to do on you now, buddy? I'm going to do his belt work. And for that, it's going to be very easy. I'm just going to jump into using Smokey ink for that. For his various ones. Yes! That's a good way to put it, Opera Ghost. The things we talk about here, I tell you. Well, see, that's just it. I grew up and Riker suddenly looked quite nice. So I graduated. It was Wesley to Riker, and only with his facial hair. That was the other thing. Like, I didn't do it for me when he didn't have facial hair. Just no. But yeah, I'm a total Trekkie. It's funny. Okay, now I'm looking here. I want to get this belt. And I'm just taking Smokey ink and I'm putting it through where I can reach and try to keep it in frame. What else do we want to talk about today? What were we talking about? Oh, Stranger Things. Yeah, I do want to give it a try. More when people are like, have you watched this? And da-da-da-da. And part of me is thinking it could be fun to finally catch up and know what people are talking about. However, if you see me on Twitter at like 3 a.m., it means I tried and it didn't go too well. It did not go too well, if that's the case. Get through here. Oof. Angles. Angles and whatnots. I honestly don't know what that's supposed to be. What are they doing here? Oh, that's part of the robe, derpy. All right, let me go back quickly. I have not watched, but not invested at all. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it's one of those. I'm going to go back to Goblin Green because I just realized that's part of his cloak. I wasn't sure, and now I am. Or his robe, I should say. Let's get that painted up. It's because his foot's kicking out. It's sort of a fold. So we'll get in there. Oh, good grief. There we go. So I'll let you know how it goes. I will start from the very beginning. I will start fresh. I will make sure I am of sound mind and body. I won't be drinking. Oh, that's good to know, Sean. Japanese culture candy. No, I never heard of that one. Interesting. All right, back to the Smokey ink for the leather work. I think it's funny to find out who had crushes on what characters out there. Oh, who remembers Sequest? What was the name of the boy? Had a crush on him too, from Sequest, the blonde. That's a name that's not coming back to me. Oh well, that was another one. And then, absolutely, Angel from Buffy. Buffy is what led me into the land of Anne Rice. I got so caught up with vampires and stuff, and the lore and the different stories, and oh, I was reading. Oh boy, I was reading. He's got a little strap here I'm getting as well. Jonathan Brandis. Thank you. That's the name. Yes. That one. God, too funny. Well, this has been a walk down memory lane. Actually, it's been quite a pleasurable one, too. Okay, so we have about 20 minutes left. That should do it for getting our base colors going. Basically, I want him to look like he's got his colors on. And then I'm going to go in next week and fine-tune him. Plus, it gives the paints a chance to dry a little bit more. It is humid out. My basement is starting to feel it. He is dead? Look at that reaction. Sorry. Google says he's dead. Did he die? How sad would that be? Aw. Now I feel badly. Well, he was quite adorable when I had a crush on him. Man. Oh, I hope not. Oh, is that like a rumor? Please be a rumor. Okay, that takes care of his pouches on the one side. Again, with the glare, it's hard to see it, but so there we go. If anything, what I might do is in between, I might do the Nuln wash in between, and then we'll do highlights next week. And let me know if you want to see this hat with the color shift. I want to have fun with this. think the color shift would be fun. Thank you, Olivia. So if you want to hear what a coy wolf hears like, go onto YouTube. Well, you're on YouTube. When I'm done, go search on YouTube. Not right now, though. Stick around, kids. Holy crow. That's, oh, that's sad. Oh, and I have to paint his shoe. I don't know what color I'm going to paint his shoe. Do I want to make the shoe match the cape? Color, see? I've got new people addicted to color shift. All right, I'm going to do this with this one. Make these look like little leather straps. Get that going there. I think the shoe is also going to be turquoise, again, because I like this color and I don't get a chance to use this color often. Oh, little cuties. He's just so yummy. It's delicious. Yeah, see? RPG, you're enabling me. You are fully enabling me. I'm thinking. Oh, this is good. I almost grabbed my eye drops. These are from my eyes that are drying out, and this is turquoise. That would have helped. I do need a little bit more turquoise because what I had put out already is dry. I had put a little smear down, so I'm not surprised. Fashion Whiz could match the hat. Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, I agree. Color shift on a dragon. That's on my list. That's definitely on my list. And I'm not looking at the many that I'm thinking of right now. No, not at all. Not in the least, darling. All right, his cute little curly toe shoe is getting turquoise now. Because it's a cute little curly toed shoe. This is so not the usual mini. Normally, like, okay, now let's make them look grotesque and decaying flesh and falling apart or gaping maw. You don't have a gaping maw, do you? No. Not Roger. Yeah, right? Oh, God. Better I grab the eye drops to use as paint than the paint to use as eye drops. Think about that one. Think about that one. I'm telling you. Oh, and Gen Con's in. No. Oh, God, Gen Con's getting close, isn't it? Battling corporate travel department. Yes, Sean, just take it easy. Relax. Look at the cute little dwarf. Not the dwarf, the wizard. That's just it. I think he might get used as a dwarf in our collection just because he's got that stodgy, grumpy thing going on. Look at the wizard. Look at the grumpy little wizard. He's adorable. He's adorable. All right, I am going to... Very fashion conscious mini. Well, I mean, you don't always have a chance to play with colors. You gotta play with the colors sometimes. I'm gonna do the Fleshtone now. And here's to hoping my kids didn't break something. Oh, geez, Opera Ghost. Yeah, let's not put paint in the eye, especially after LASIK. That would be bad. I'm gonna make him something. What do I want skin tone wise? Now I'm thinking. Lincoln, I've been thinking. I did use khaki, and I like the way that came out when I did the Fleshtone wash on it. I can't get out to PAX West, not this year. My con appearances are... Well, actually, Gen Con is pure attendance on my part, sort of. Last time I said that I got asked to do something. Whoops. Going to Gen Con and pretty much there's people I need to, you know, say hi to and hello to, but there's nothing like a formal appearance or a panel or a workshop that I'm doing. I'm jumping over to khaki for his Fleshtone. So there's Gen Con that I'm just going for the pure enjoyment of I'm at Gen Con. I can say hi and see people and yay. And then Keystone Comic Con in Philadelphia. And then Close Brit. And then Mace. That's happening in Charlotte, North Carolina. Very crafter friendly. Very crafter friendly. All 5 of the Crafters Guild, Tabletop Crafters Guild Masters are going to be there. Yeah. And then Unplugged Brit. Then I'll be at Unplugged. Hoping to do a couple workshops as well. Talking with the coordinator about those off and on. Obviously, as we get closer, we'll lock down, but he does want me to come back and do workshops again. So I'm going to do a terrain-based one and then a mini-based one. And the terrain one I might even try and run a couple times, maybe like one on a Friday, one on a Saturday, we've been talking about. Simply because of how quickly my last terrain class filled up, and it was only 20 spots. So there's that. There's absolutely that. I am just very lightly dabbing khaki onto this. Oh, look at his wee little nose. Oh, he got nostrils. I'm not gushing over the mini. Leave me alone. Oh my god, he's adorable. Okay, I'm glad the patrons voted for this one. He's fun. This has been a joy to paint today. That wasn't supposed to sound sarcastic. Did that sound sarcastic? Oh god, Unplugged was full of great people. Here goes the voice. Unplugged was fantastic last year. I can't imagine what it's going to be like this year, considering all the people I know are already going. Yeah, and I know that if anything, the castle is in plans for 2020, but that's in September. Hopefully Unplugged again. All things considered. I would love to get out to Emerald City. That would be one I'd like to take on for 2020. The biggest thing about these is the funds to get there. So that's where I need to consider where I want to go and save up accordingly. For sure. Unless I'm invited and it's all expenses paid. That's a different story. Just saying. East was great. I liked East. I agree, Britt. Yeah, there were a lot more people at Unplugged where it was like run up, say hello, and hi, how are you? I think because East also had the video game factor going on, it felt a little bit more, I guess, disjointed is the word I want. It didn't feel as intimate. For some reason, even though it was a good turnout for Unplugged, it still felt intimate. You could walk down the hallway, you had room to move. You could see people scream and run over to them, and you weren't bumping into people. Because that's what qualifies a good con for me. Can I go and hug you? The voice must be playing something. I'm hearing them use their character voice stuff. All right, we're getting there with him. Is that? That is. All right, I'm switching to the smaller one at this point. Smaller brush. Makeup! You know, it depends on who you want to see, Yun. Mace is great if you really want to catch crafting people. I will say that. I will keep that in mind, Waster. The more you do. Oh, this is a tight little... Well, if anything, whatever I get on the eyeball, since I'm doing the eyes at the very end, I'm not going to worry too much. All right, so I had to pull him out of frame for most of that, sorry. Because, you know, East was just... Yeah, okay, so you got the same feeling. It's like, it felt like one side was more for... the tabletop, there's the word I want, the tabletop game stuff, and the other side was more for the video games. Yeah, exactly, Brett. Yep, you picked up on what I was picking up on there. Not that I wouldn't go back, I absolutely would. I enjoyed it, but it was just a different feeling than PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged is very unique and had a very special feeling to it that I greatly appreciated. And it's a con that I will definitely always consider going to because of that. Again, just working this khaki, the khaki, into, I still want to get some of this flesh tone color going for him. Because, you know, eyelids under the eyebrows. I'm pulling out a screen, I have to. Okay, yeah, I'm going to call it on that for the face. I'm forgetting the 3-foot rule myself. I say, remember 3 feet, and then I'm like fixated. He's just so darn cute. All right, get this one. He's only got 4 fingers? It's a cartoon. I love you even more, little wizard. I did not just geek out over this guy. Oh, Lord. You're losing her. You're losing her, folks. I also should probably eat. Oops, did it again. I'm one of those people where the summertime, the appetite just goes. And unfortunately, I have to do my detox diet because I got dairy twice in 1 week, so my autoimmune stuff is kicked into gear. Fun. Which means I have to do the fasting in between meals. And the meals have to be specific things. And then I just lose my appetite altogether. Yeah, get to the cons. Ugh, New York Comic Con is ridiculously huge. Try and get her to PAX, quite frankly. Opera Ghost, I think she'd appreciate that. I think she would really like it. If you're Opera Ghost wife, come to PAX Unplugged and join us in Philadelphia. Okay? We'll work with that. If this was one Twitch, I would have clipped that moment. Is there a way to clip things on here? On YouTube? I don't know. That's a good... I mean, I'm laughing at how people are clipping things over on Scrat's channel. I have GIFs now, and don't tell me GIFs. I have a GIF or 2 or 3. Actually, I think I have 4. I have fun with responding because some of them are just appropriate. And it's like, that's me reacting. Perfect. This is the reaction I want to, convey. I'm just going to use the GIF of me. Yay. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did. Almost done with his hands. His wee little hands. Well, good. Happy to hear that, Opera Ghost. I really would recommend PAX Unplugged. It's like sort of the first con to wean into. Let's put it that way. Give me your hands, sir. All right, we've got the hands done. She says with a questioning voice. Oh, no, we don't have the hands done. There is a little spot under the hat. I need to get... There we go. That's better. Jif is a peanut butter. Thank you, Sean. It's graphic. G. I don't have an opinion on this, obviously. Oh, God, I missed you guys. This is fun. I'm enjoying my past hour and a half. I hope you have too. I hope you've been enjoying this. My lunacy of coming back and missing this and going all crazy antsy girl. I am going to go back to Smokey ink for the staff. And I'm still debating the color for the head, the skull. The skull. Like that. Thank you, Opera Ghost. Yay, Team GIF. All right, so here goes the Smokey ink also on the staff. Remember I said I was going to wait until I had most of this done. I feel comfortable enough working around this guy. Nope, to frame. Why are you so darn cute? I'm never going to give you up. Never, ever, ever. Because you a cutie. And I don't talk to my cats that way. Narrator saying she totally does. I get a kick out of those tweets and posts where someone like puts something up and then the narrator jumps in. I find them endearing. I know some people get tired of them, but I find them utterly beguiling. Yeah, this is going on nicely. All right, so the staff, the main part of it is getting Smokey ink all along it. That was a big bang. And I don't mean the TV show. Oh, I need to get one of those shirts that says Mom of Boys. Or Mother of Son. What was it? Wasn't Mother of Dragons. It's Mother of Dragons, but they changed it to something else. Where it's for kids. Mother of Sons. I think it's like they cross out dragons and they put in sons. Mother of Sons. I need that shirt. Oh, it sounds like a sort of Mother of Sons. All right, so we have the parchment left and we have the skull left. What am I gonna do? I'm going to use bone white on the skull. Shocker! I think it'll just be a good look for it, especially since I'm doing the Nuln Oil on all of this, so it's going to drop it down a couple shades, and I can actually use it again to highlight. So, bone white, mom's ears activated. Talk about a reaction. That's what's going to go on the skull. And then the parchment, I think I might actually mix a couple colors together for that one. And then once that's painted up, I'll bring this loveliness to a close for the day. Because I think the natives are getting restless up there. Not surprising. They're both at that age where they like to get on each other's nerves. It's delightful. It's so delightful. All right, going in with a thinned out bone white. I may have overloaded my brush a little bit there. Yes, I did. And I'm just going to dance it across here. Now the skull I might actually do our Agrax wash instead. That's going to get painted silver. I just realized that is a metal clamp up at the top. So I'm going to do that. I'll jump in with a quick silver. I'll probably do gunmetal from this collection, the Vallejo collection, for around the post top. Oh, look at your face. Although this really isn't so much a skull, is it? Oh, I could do color shift on you. Cute bubble cat's eye. See, I defaulted to skull. I don't know if this is a skull. I'm going to treat it as a skull. Screw it. It's a skull. I like the idea of sort of like a spooky talking skull on his staff. All right, the head is moving, or the skull is moving around a lot at the top because of that plastic thing I discussed in the beginning. So I'm going to just gently rest my finger aside it. Give it a little boost. Oh, you really want to bend around, don't you? We're almost there. Almost. Okay, yeah, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to move over to do the parchment side of things. Which actually I may just carry... No, I am going to add a little... I think I'm going to mix a little bit of tan and a little bit of bone white together for the scroll. Because this is almost too pale. Oh, no, the khaki. Khaki and bone. That's what we're going to do. So I'm kind of taking 2 parts bone to 1 part khaki. I just want to darken this up a little bit. There we go. That's the color I want to use. This is your world. You're the creator. I thought color shift worked best over black. It does, but they sent me some other stuff that also does well on strong colors. So you still get a look to it. Because it's sort of like a hybrid between metal paints and color shift. It's a batch I got. What is it? Ceram coat. Those definitely look better on black. Hello. Thank you to Guns. But they sent me another line that is behind me. I'll show you next week. I found they actually do work on pastels, which has been a nice discovery. But the Ceram coat, yeah, it definitely looks better. It shows off better on the dark colors. And you have to at least have a very strong base color if you're going to use those. It's more muted and lightened up, so to speak. It's not as intense when you put it onto a pastel or a light color for the Ceram coat Flash Metallic. That's what I was looking for. The Flash Metallic line. Look at you, you're so cute. You're a cute little wizard, Roger. He's like a shrunken Hagrid. Yes, yay! That's the great thing. Plaid just sends me stuff. Like, I don't even know the delivery's coming. Like, oh, here you go. Ooh, thank you very much. I appreciate it, really. Last time they did that, I had to get a new storage system. I'm not even kidding. I think it was like almost... Gosh, 100 bottles worth of paint. Which is why when I say I don't need paint, I don't need paint. I need to use the cool stuff they sent me. That's what I need to do. I love plaid. Plaid has so many. They haven't paid me to say this, by the way. YouTube. This isn't a paid thing. They have so many cool things coming out. I'm really having fun playing around with stuff. Almost done with the parchment. All right, I'm not painting this so it's completely one color. I like the streaking fact so it looks more aged. When that dries, it's going to definitely give me the coloring I want. All right, so we just have that clamp around. I don't know why I just did that. The clamp. We have that clamp around the top of it. And I think we'll call it a day after that. Because things just got very quiet upstairs after very loud and voices. However, to their credit, I didn't hear, "Mom!" That's when you worry. That's when you really worry. I love my children. Don't get me wrong. But they are definitely in the summertime. Let me entertain you. So yeah. Okay. I need a brush. I need this brush. Going to my smaller tip brush, just quickly testing it out. And onto this part it's going to go. And this is the gunmetal from Vallejo. Yep, that's the color I want for that. Absolutely. So these are fun. These are definitely a lot of fun. I'm glad I pulled them up for the mini vote for my patrons. Well chosen, patrons. Well chosen. He's fun. So he's going to dry. I'm not doing the eyes until after the wash too, just because I don't want to. So he's going to dry. I will then do a wash of Nuln oil from Citadel. This guy. You know him well. Actually, need to get more of this soon. And then next week what we'll do is we'll finish him up with the detail work and the highlights and possibly some color shifts. I think that'd be fun. But thank you so much, everyone who came out to say hello and check in and participate in the chat, which went every which way possible today, but that was fantastic. So I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. I really, truly do. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.